Boo to all of you, my name is Devine. I am here to give you an update on the Resident Evil 2 board game. It has been a while since I did an update, and there's a couple things that they keep on sending emails to me every week to basically update me and keep communicating with the people who pledged and who was getting the board game. Now, one of the things that they added was they're basically starting to talk about each character, having character focuses each week of a different character. They've had Brad, Leon, everyone, and they kind of explain their abilities and different things about them, of how they came about to creating the character as you play it. If you guys want to know about that, please leave a comment down below. Tell me that you guys want to hear about these characters. How do they play off? Some of the things I can tell you, just for like a little bit of an example, is that Leon has one of the highest inventories, and he can wield multiple guns. They had Brad, if you guys remember Brad. I think it was like Chicken Heart Brad. His ability, he can spend handgun ammo to basically acquire more evade dice. That's one of his abilities. It's like Chicken Heart or something like that, where he can spend his handgun ammo to get more dice, because one of the situations where you see him in, I think it was in Resident Evil 1, he's like, just shoots all of his ammo and then runs real quick. So they basically turned that into an ability from what they saw on that part. That's one of the abilities that was explained, and I can explain more. They've gone over Hunk, they've gone over Leon. They just sent me another one today about Ada Wong. If you guys want to know about these abilities, please let me know. Another cool thing I am extremely excited for is the guns. The guns, see, you could play the game in a campaign mode like other D&D board games, where you can carry over your ammo, you can carry over your things, your life, your items. And of course you're going to be facing bigger, harder things. Now the cool thing about carrying over guns is they can actually be upgraded. Certain guns can be upgraded, certain guns can have different variants changed in them. Now how cool is that? You have a handgun, you can probably turn it into a Matilda, a 3-round burst, you know what I mean? We never know. They also sent me another update about the fixed the dice. They had to go over a little bit of schematic fixing, because they realize that when you go to roll, you're rolling a lot of loses. If you ever watch any of the gameplays, they rolled a lot of not so good dice, and so they went in and redid the dice up for that. One of the things that they added in that I wasn't really sure about was they added the typewriter and the ink ribbons. Now we already know that you use the typewriter and ink ribbons to save your progress in all the Resident Evil games, well, mostly all of them. And I always wondered, what are they there for? Well, in the board game, they're there for when you get the ink ribbons, you can take them to a typewriter and basically, use it up, and then it will refresh the tension deck. So every time you pull a card from the tension deck, you're hoping for a green one, all clear. But if you get an orange one or a red one, those are bad. Certain ones will make the zombies bust down doors and come after you. Other ones will make spawn corpses, where there's little, basically zombies that aren't fully dead, but they're dead, they haven't been reanimated yet, to come to life, which is horrible. So basically, every time you pull a card out of that tension deck, things get closer to being bad. It's because you're shuffling up the tension deck, there's more of a chance that you're going to get a orange or a red card. Also, if the tension deck runs out, you lose. So, and I noticed too when I was watching the gameplays that they were kind of burning through the tension deck pretty quick, because every time you get done with your action, your moves, and it turns over to the next person, you draw a card. That also gives you a way to increase or decrease the difficulty of the game. You want it to be harder, less ink ribbons. If you want to make it easier, more ink ribbons. They also opened up the pledge manager again, so that people who did pledge and help them fund this, they could go back in and get more of the items that they wanted. I went in and made sure I got everything. Originally I thought I didn't get the Death from Above, which had the dragonfly and a bunch of the winged creatures, but I did. I made sure I got that. I also got 3 or 4 extra sets of dice for the game. Why? Because you get a little, you get the dice. That's the 6-sided dice. The 6-1 is a freaking umbrella symbol. You guys know I love Resident Evil, so of course I had to get multiple dice of that. So I can personally just have dice, playing any other game. I can be whip out my sweet personal dice.
Let me try. Lick eyes. I'll try again. Spank hair. What the? Whisper into ass. Oh, this game sucks.
They also, I think it was this month, they said that they finished like all the paperwork, they finished everything that they need to finish, they sent it off, now the figures are finally going to be made. They're going to be having images for us soon, within this month, maybe even next. If you guys want to see that, subscribe, like, I will post pictures of I'll post another video with the pictures in it to show you guys what some of the figures are going to be looking like. I know they had to change a couple of them apparently, but I am super excited. Once again, if you guys would like to see me open up this Resident Evil 2 board game, subscribe and like. As soon as I get it, I will be doing an unboxing video. I got everything, all the DLC, it's called like File B or something like that, which I consider like DLC. It's kind of funny. I got all of that, I got all the extra things, I got the Kickstarter exclusive, I got everything possible there is to get, plus extras. Go ahead and subscribe and like. My name is Devine, and thank you all for joining me.